Reserve time. Dire team pick.
Puck.
Radiant team.
Well, hello,
pick.
beautiful Dota people of the world. Welcome on back inside the Beyond the Summit Hot Tub TI machine. We're actually getting down to the back end of this hub. I'm so sad it's already almost over. Are you sad, Jack?
It's not entirely almost over. We still got China's games.
This guy had to think about it. He should have just said, I'm devastated. Anyways, yeah, China matters, I guess.
I am devastated. It's been a lot of fun. Just being here with everybody, seeing people just go around the clock. Like you come in and some people, you know,
Reserve time.
with this whole sleep thing, like people, the filters are gone and people say some crazy stuff.
Yep.
We're playing all kinds of different games here and watching some Dota, talking about reach. It's great. It's actually quite an awesome
Yeah,
experience.
it's exciting. It feels good to actually be with the persons who know the Dota. You can talk about Dota, like the good Dota. Unlike me at home, I have
Yeah.
friends who are 2 and 3K, and they know everything, of course.
Of
So
course.
it's good to be here.
It's good to be here in this group because then
Yeah.
you look really smart.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, but it's not hard to look the smartest in the group, and the rest of the group look
Probably why you like,
that.
yeah, it's probably why you like to
Yeah.
cast American
Reserve
Dota a lot.
time.
Wait, is he insulting us? I can't tell.
I think he's saying that we're not that good, Grant.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is.
All I know is
You,
he
you know
changed
what
his
they
shirt.
say? If you're the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room.
That's a good saying.
How's that a good
I'm
thing?
never in a good
Look,
room.
all I know is that
I'm
Lacoste
always in the right
changed
room.
his shirt. That's all I know right now.
Yeah, I'm sweating a lot.
Not really
I've
able
been
to
sick for the
process
past
it.
5 days, but still, it's very enjoyable.
Still a V-neck. You had
Yeah.
that little bit of Europe in there. So.
Well,
All right. Yep, we're here. Grant, don't worry.
Yep.
All right. It's game number 2. The draft is underway. Digital Chaos versus Team Fredom.
and already a little bit of change from Team Fredom. They go for, I think, a little less aggressive on that 4 roll in the Nyx Assassin, who we haven't actually seen too much of. I mean, we see way more Sand King as well as Night Stalker.
They first picked him this time instead of Night Stalker, which they had last time.
Yeah.
I think that this is still, this is like a more versatile pick in some ways. I mean, again, like you still mostly see him
Yeah.
as a 4 instead of a 3, but
You could.
rather than the Night Stalker, like I feel like he does well against a number of heroes, just on the basis, like against AoE. Like I feel like he scales better. The Night Stalker, you're relying on that vision at some point in the strong early game, but Nyx just overall throughout the game seems to have a better overall impact. So I like this Nyx pick.
Yep, and I think, I mean, Nyx provides a different type of vision, right? And it commits DC to actually buying a gem, buying sentries or something to stop those ganks. So you're still getting vision from that Invis hero. And then Sand King on the defensive Dazzle, we saw it work out great for DC, even with Dubu. I mean, he threw away his life a lot, but it was for the greater good of the team. Like that gank top, Dubu died, and then they got wiped because his team did great. And there we go, the first pick Enigma. They're not going to let it get banned out. It was banned first last time.
Yeah, you always know how I talk shit about Bane and Venomancer.
Yeah.
And Venomancer.
Enigma is one of my favorite picks. This is what I like to see.
Yeah.
One of the strongest actually.
Enigma's
offlaners.
super high.
It's super hype.
Reserve time.
Super. And it's not easy to play. It is easier
I mean,
right
it's
now
just
than it was
straightforward,
before.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not easy, but it's very straightforward on what you wanted to get this Enigma to do in this game.
Yeah, and right during like TI2 and TI3, it was all about hitting big black holes and stuff. Nowadays, it's about controlling the lane, getting mech, pushing as a team, not necessarily just
You don't get a
hitting
mech
that
on
black
Enigma.
hole. What?
You don't get the mech on Enigma.
Seen Guardian Greaves on him during this tournament. I mean, it depends on the hero. If they don't have
It's
anyone
really,
else to get
really
it.
There's a lot of
questionable item.
like BKB, but I think there are 2 fights.
Reserve time.
Just taking it back a little bit. There are 2 fights last game that are really emblematic of how DC has played. I really enjoyed that aspect of watching DC. You had like the fights where like they charged past the tier 2 into the 4-man disruptor ult, or like the issues, the struggles they had in lane for a little bit, and then you have just moments of brilliance. Like you're just thinking back to that fight top where the 2 teams were smoked. It's like, well, CCNC was out ahead because he thought it was a rout, right? He thought that Fredom was just running, rather DC was just running for their lives in all different directions. And most teams would have done that. I think like if the smoke had failed or Dubu had died, they would have just started TPing and then CC can fearlessly go and find someone. Instead, they spread out into a trap like that. Like, it was just incredible they made a play like that. So I really enjoyed watching DC because we've said they're kind of like a very Jekyll and Hyde team in some ways, right? Like whether it's the day that's happening or even within the same day, just playing very different forms. And I think it's been a lot of fun to watch them.
So DC started banning out TA Ember. Lina went completely unbanned and unpicked last game. Obviously, Fredom sees something they don't like in Lina, or they would be picking it up. And I mean, DC is just first picking a puck.
Well, if you think about it, about the last game,
Lina.
if they had Lina instead of Storm Spirit, they would put more pressure on a mid lane, and they would have better hero to combo with, and she can build that Yule Scepter that was needed.
Well, they're gonna have her now.
I still don't think they were outdrafted in the previous game. They just didn't play well. Few mistakes, and they managed to let DC get the upper hand in the late game. That Roche fight changes pretty much everything.
Yeah, I think me and Jack just thought they were outdrafted when they picked the Troll instead of a Sven or a Lycan even. But I think besides
It made things harder.
Yeah, it made things harder. They could still do it.
They had to recognize kind of the limitations of the lineup, right? Like the Storm pickoffs on Dubu, good.
Yeah.
The forced like 5-man fights when they didn't have enough damage or hadn't scaled, or say Storm didn't have BKB to survive like the counter initiation, bad. So but yeah, you mentioned Lina. I agree with that point you just made, Lacoste, because the damage output from this hero is very high, higher than usually the Storm. Not just being able to single target burst, but having AoE stun as well, and the synergy. So I do think it would have been a better fit last game too. And the way CCNC plays him, he scales him very well into like a right clicker. That also, I guess she doesn't have attack speed problems, but it also synergizes with the Troll.
With a Troll, that's what I just wanted to say. With a Troll ulti and level 3, level 4 passive, it looked like she's missing fire.
She becomes the Gatling gun, basically.
So you have two of your cores already on DC, which is rare. The first two picks, you have your off lane, pos, and your middle lane, pretty much. Well, DC Slaughter, they're the only team who's pretty much picking it now. I mean, it has extremely good mobility early game, probably the best of the 4 roamers. I mean, you get Tranquils, you have the sprint. It's really good, but it kind of fell off, but now, I mean, DC's having a good day. They're just going to keep picking it up, and it out-roams the Nyx a lot early game, I think levels 1 through 3.
Yeah, about Nyx Assassin, it always feel like you're not gonna hit that stuff. Even though you have boots, it always feels like it's too short.
It's gotta be one of the harder stuns to land in the game. That Lesh is also a real pain in the ass to try to connect with.
That's why I think CCNC loves whenever Flea has Sand King and he's on Lina, because he knows he's always going to hit the stun. It's a lot easier with Nyx. With Lina, you want to kind of like preemptively do the stun where you know Sand King is stunning. With Nyx, if the hero moves left or right, you're just going to miss both the stuns at that point. It's really tough.
Yeah. Well, they go for the Slaughter regardless of the Lifestealer being banned out. There's that Legion Commander coming out, the first one of the day.
Okay,
No.
I think I mentioned this once. They still don't have a counter to Enigma BKB Black Hole, but if you have to adapt, you can go for Ether Lens on Legion Commander once you get a good farm, let's say BKB, and after that, so you go and you can actually duel the Enigma. It gives you the extra range. That's like a next level for you, maybe.
That's like mad. That's like a fun little mad scientist kind of theory.
I don't think any of these Legions have like gotten more farm than a Blink and a Blade Mill. It's be interesting to see though. I'm glad they not finally give him Playmaker. It's only been one game. It feels like more already, but
they could still pull out the core Vengeful Spirit and have that way to cancel out the Enigma, and then a Bristleback comes out.
Bristle after Legion.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's interesting. I mean, Bristle's obviously always going to be good.
It's not like it's super counter to Bristle, but he turns him around.
Yep.
But
exactly. It simply turns him around.
Yeah,
the ultra weakness.
180.
And now you have the Lina, who's super good early, super good late. You have Legion, who can scale. You need a Yawar hero. Actually, that's already the Mason hero. So
reserve time.
I mean, you're pretty much uncounterable now for Yawar's hero. What do you pick? Right, there's already the 3 cores out from DC. There's not really a support that's going to counter Yawar's hero.
I think the overall game plan for DC is interesting. It's a little bit different. This look is something that NP and some other teams have run where they have, obviously like the cores being able to push out lanes and stuff, but like a super tanky core and some kind of like counter initiation or big ult behind it. So if they get to this game state where the Bristleback is just at the front pushing and you have to fight into him, and you know that there's like a Puck, Enigma, starter behind him, that it becomes very difficult. So for DC, it's a bit of a change of. I think this kind of goes back to one of the keys we talked about. Not so much the speed itself, but like they need to have this game under control. It can't be like one of those like crazy wild games where we're taking fights all over the place. But if it goes into that kind of game, I think it'd be good for DC.
What about little boner, Fletcher?
Yeah,
Possibly
seeing
for
more
Fredom.
play it.
Reserve time.
I guess first Corrosive Haze obviously is one of those major things. You're always gonna have vision on him if that Slardar gets a blink, and Crystal Main being last pick now in these games, and
I haven't seen her in a
That's
while,
nice.
but they
That's
could
really
be
good.
extra mana for everybody.
yeah,
Which is
Bristle
gonna
and
be
Puck
nice.
especially, those heroes
Yeah.
love that early game. Even Enigma, if he doesn't have his early mana boots, which he should get, but that extra regen, and now
Is it anti-mage time?
Black Hole and
Changes
Freezing
the
Field
batter.
also, something Tsunami was not able to do in their show match game, but something that maybe, you know, Dubu will be able to.
what,
That's more in the counter initiation front, right?
Whoa.
If you go on the Bristle and you have the CM right behind with the
Well,
Freezing
they
Field.
have a counter for a black hole there.
yep, Stone Gaze. Stone Gaze. Looks good, yeah. Check.
So Medusa for Yawar at the end.
And
The ultra late gamer.
I'm still thinking, like, they still don't really have that counter for Briss. I mean, obviously, feel like Legion, like Lacoste said, it turns around, but I mean, when he's 6 slot and super tanky, he doesn't really care. I mean, back facing,
Yeah,
that's
it's-
great, but he's still.
What
They have
about
to
the-
blow him up with like all of Lena, and then what the rest of the team around him is gonna. I mean, they're gonna enable Mace in this game, I think. Again.
This is an I like the. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
you go first.
All right. The Stone Gaze is really interesting here because if you talk about the counter initiation, if you do that into the Stone Gaze, obviously it'll end those spells, including if you get it off just before the black hole. But also with his face turned in say Legion Commander duel, he's guaranteed to be Stone Gazed, and then he's just gonna get he's gonna eat a lot of physical
That is
damage to the
true,
face, and that they don't really have that kind of a save for him in that way. So that might be something to watch out for. Lacoste?
That's G.
There's,
Lacoste.
there's not much
Lacoste.
burst on the side of Team Freedom, even if that Bristleback is, as you mentioned, turned around. Like Medusa needs to have a lot of items. They have Laguna, Dazzle doesn't provide much damage, Nader does Nyx Assassin. We'll see how that works.
Oh, that is ugly hair on
I
Dubu.
wanted to actually say something else, now I don't even know what I wanted to say, but still, maybe I'll.
We'll remind you, Lacoste.
Yeah.
We'll find a way to bring it back.
Yeah, then you can sound smart.
So whose draft do you guys like coming out of the gate?
It's hard to say. I like the uniqueness. I like Freedom's lineup with the Medusa, and you mentioned the synergy between the Stone Gaze and the potential great counterfight potential,
Are
but
you ready?
will this Enigma be able to just be a huge force in the later game, and will they have much to be able to stop him is the other thing. I don't know. I'm a bit torn, but I feel natural to side with DC on this for me.
Yep, and Slardar did run into the Nyx Assassin. They both ran into each other. They saw each other in the Radiant Jungle. Meanwhile, it was like 2 quick heroes bottom and then 1 hero top by Dubu. And uh-oh, Snake King does need to be careful. They just get chased down. Snake King's a little far away. Luckily, Lena is here. Gonna be able to stop that. Now look at the same way around. Dubu's getting right-clicked by Snake King. And they have 3 heroes up here, so they're gonna obviously win this on the Radiant unless someone else wants to come from Dire, which Bulba is doing.
They wish they timed that better.
Yeah.
When they had Lena and
30 seconds to
coming from the other
battle.
side,
Yeah, but
just baiting with a dazzle.
yeah, I think Stan King was like still trying to counter out a smoke, which might have already worn out if they just waited for Snake King to come from the back, Lena from the front. So what do you do with the Nyx? Like, Nyx's stun at level 1 did get buffed a little bit, but it still feels super weak. Like, you have to get levels somewhere while not being that useful. Like, what do you do with him? Do you just sit
He's
middle?
gonna be on the mid.
Yeah, he's at number 2 to the mid lane.
Yeah, it feels like he's very unlikely to kill the Puck unless the Puck makes.
But he could just right-click him down, you know, harass, get some time
He
up.
can also either duel or just go put pressure on the Crystal Maiden. We've seen that effectively, I think just yesterday. Like steal some creeps, take last hits, stop her from getting XP, cancel clarities potentially, because she's not going to get a move speed item early on. She's moving at 285, and she certainly can't fight the Nyx. So even that would help, I think, just in terms of aura, in terms of maybe behind a little bit.
Yeah, one thing I noticed when Snaking is playing role playing with a hero that needs to get a full man shield, they give him the rune. Actually, the mid one, the CCNC doesn't get the rune.
Yeah. Yeah, they did do that yesterday, and they do it again. So he's a lot tankier, especially versus those Quills. And look at, Snake.
Well, he has to deliver the clarity basically if he gets the rune. I mean, not the clarity, he has the cell.
This is a bit of an awkward spot for Snake King. There's two forms of lockdown here.
Can't really die with the 4-man shield, but they can do a ton of damage.
They did both at once, it looks like.
He can just overwhelming odds and run away. Doesn't want to commit it though. Good in middle lane, like you said, dual lane, but Abed, he's doing just fine. 4-0 versus 5-3. CCNC's still only level 1 because of that leech from the Nyx.
Yeah, because it's hard to land a stun, and mana burn level 1 does so much more.
Yeah.
Puck is gonna be out of mana. One more mana burn, and the Nyx assassin is gone from the lane.
Pop that clarity. So where does he go now? It looks like he's gonna head up top to try to help.
He can't do anything on bottom. He just because the lane is pushed, so Stanking will just continue to pull the creep waves. They don't have skill potential on that Enigma. Enigma's gonna have a good time.
Looks like Snaking might be in a little trouble. He's so tanky, but the Quills, look at those 3 stacks up. Even if it's just level 1, he stacks up nicely, man. That looks pretty easy for Dire. Like Snaking is just up there farming and dies.
What they could do is maybe swap, maybe it could have been better if they started with it. Just Legion with the Dazzle on bottom. You're not gonna harass Enigma anyway. Just let the Nyx Assassin pull on the bottom lane.
Level 7, yeah. I'm actually surprised they're not doing, just pulling it all bottom right now.
Yeah, or they could even straight up duo if they wanted to, right? I don't think the Medusa is under any threat of dying from the Enigma.
Here comes
here we go.
Bulba.
Yep, stun comes in. Sand King is invis though. He's gonna throw out that level 1 poison. He has a heal too. They want to get this kill. I don't believe he has stun, but they're gonna get him anyways because that 2-0-1 build is so much damage from Lina. It's like more than doing the 1-1-1 even with that stun. There we go. Invis rune for Sand King. An invis rune for Dazzle gets him a kill. Who'd have thought? Nice. Stack the ancients here. Both teams have ancient takers. That'll be interesting to see because they both have it. If one team wants to go steal the other teams,
Yeah, and
It's
that's
hard. Bristleback kills those stacks early on. Medusa will not
little
have
later.
split shot until level 12, 13 max, so she can't take the stacks and doesn't have enough damage to do it.
Yeah, and with the Quills, like because of the dire radiant difference, the Bristleback is able to hit multiple camps plus the ancient at the same time, depending on where he's positioned, in both like triangular areas. So the camps, that's something that the Medusa can't really do at all on the radiant. So actually, I mean, I feel like NP, for instance, already seems to favor Dire a lot,
Dire,
and play a
yeah.
lot, and when they have Bristle and Medusa, like that just adds to their efficiency. Right?
Yeah, because they have Aiku pretty much stacks all the time, and they always have those heroes, Medusa, Sven, they can clear the stacks, even Bristleback.
middle lane. Oh, I think that was a miss uphill on Abed actually. Tried to hit that valve off, couldn't quite get in. Not a threat to Mason, but he's a threat to stealing this last hit, and the creep actually gets it, the Radiant creep. One little guy steals the big Satyr.
You ever see that video with that Radiant creep? I forget what the name they gave him, but he's just like a part of like everything. I forget. You have to know what I'm talking about.
Have you guys
man.
ever seen Power Rangers, Jack? What are you saying?
There's a clip of this Radiant creep. It's like a first-person perspective, and he makes this heroic journey. Like he's a part
I
of
know
like
what you're talking about.
he's a part of like 3 kills and like a
Yeah.
Raxing, right? You know what I'm talking about?
I
Yeah,
kind of
It's like the Odyssey
recall
for this
it,
guy.
yeah.
That was when you said that. That just reminded me that lone heroic creep.
I've seen old Cardi. It's not that one though, but I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. Uh-oh, here we go. Rotation in, but Flea is gonna take this gank, and he's like, all right, not even gonna tank it. He's just gonna scout it fully out.
I have seen Power Rangers.
Smoke Ranger.
My bad.
If you want to watch Power Rangers, watch the
Uh-oh,
And
and
if
we
you
have a
want to
little
watch
trouble
someone die,
for- it won't be Stan King.
it's not going to be Stan King,
I thought
because
you
he
were
has
gonna say
lived.
watch J4 because he's at TI.
Yeah, that's one of the Power Rangers.
That's a good one. I can't believe he just lived there. He lived with 5 HP, a perfect stun by Flea.
Oh, bottom lane. They might actually get the kill. What level is Enigma? Level 5? Still, he might die.
Oh, he
Frostbite,
drank all
and he
his
should be
mana.
dead.
Yo, they
Oh!
max range Snake on Forev and Bulba. They're doing so much damage, but he has that mana shield. And
Dyer's
oh,
bottom
that's
tower is
Snake.
under
That's
attack.
Snake.
That
Stab.
snake bounce just single-handedly gave him enough on his shield to survive.
That and, I mean, Bulba couldn't commit, right? He tanked like 400 HP. It's level 3.
Yeah, let's hit the showers, boys.
Let's say a good game, everyone. So they could go right back for it if they want. I don't think they have a smoke.
Jax, top lane.
Top,
Smoke.
it's on Mason. Can they get it? Yes, they will.
Jax loves snakes. Venomancer, Rasta, this is slithering guy. Also, the way you talk about Sand King's tail,
He has
Menace's
the ward.
tail. Huh? Mystic Snake from the Medusa. Always that smile on their face.
You're on to me, Lacoste. I like, the other thing I like about the
Whoa, what is CCP doing? He kind of dodged back into that. I mean, Sand King's here, but this is going to be rough.
No
He's not
grade,
even level
though.
4. Yeah, doesn't have great, but
They don't know it.
Here's Lee.
Oppa,
Holy
Ravage
shit.
on one.
That was still on a hasted puck. He hits it.
Surprise.
No one's going to die again, which is good for the Radiant, even though they did commit 4 heroes here. That was a big kill top, and Flea's level 4. He found the levels he needed. Just like that shrine. Man, Team Freedom's living with like 5 HP on every single gang. CCNC, that was... I don't know why he right-clicked the Slardar when he was on top of the hill
Radiant's
when he
bottom
saw
tower is
Puck
under
was getting
attack.
at that room.
There is little it can do.
Been real bad.
So much shrine action.
It really is.
Can't even handle it right now.
Look at Snake King, almost level 6 already. Mason is. Stun comes up. They need to be careful. The 2 supports rotating on through.
Bulba's been moving around so much, he's still level 2.5 this game. Gonna have to eventually find some time to just, you know, be selfish, but here he finds an opening to make a move on the Snake King. A stun comes out from Flea. Is it gonna be enough for a save? No, Snake King will end up throwing it.
I think right when they saw he went on him, Stan King had to immediately TP, but maybe he didn't have enough gold, didn't have enough. It would have been rough either way.
feels like that's been happening to Bulba a lot, where he gets like really under-leveled, like they don't get that many kills and he gets a bit under-leveled. Contrast that with like AUI, he just,
You
you know,
always
he's like
get
level
levels.
6 at 9 minutes with
Yeah.
like 2 kills like persistently, right?
If you want to play good position for watch AUI. Oh, that Medusa is actually struggling on bottom. Enigma harassing him or her a lot. He has no mana, he should bring some focus, so...
Going to kind of gank bottom by CCNC.
This'll come in handy.
He's just showing up. I mean, I think he was going for the rune. Maybe he thought if he went up the hill, he's like, well, I could get a kill. Gets the rune anyway. Gets the rune on the way back.
Bulba, deep ward
Radiant's
down
middle
here.
tower is
Deep
under
level
attack.
2.
It will fall
level
like a
2
ripe apple.
And look at, yeah, like you said, he's, I mean, level 3, he's almost level 3. Uh-oh, they're going to get a coil in on him. Snake King's here, he's going to press that attack. I think he should have broke the
Should
coil.
have waited,
maybe?
but still it's good.
Oh my goodness, Abed can't even pick him up, and look at this, Snake King is chunking him as that extra 10 damage now. Yeah, he should have waited for the coil to break and then...
Either for
press the
coil to
attack.
break or just the Slardar to stun.
But it worked, well...
It worked.
Yeah, but, it worked.
Dyer's middle
it
tower
work?
is under attack.
I believe it worked barely.
Check the dual victory there. Yeah, it worked.
It worked. They got it. Give him that 10.
Can I check him real quick? Okay.
It worked. Ooh, Abed needs to be careful. That overwhelming odds could have done a ton of damage, but
It's level 2 only.
yeah, it is. Not that he doesn't really know that though.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
if you don't know, it doesn't really do much more damage if you don't
True.
know that.
But you never know. Nyx could have ran
Surprise
him
them
from the
with
back.
level 2.
Yeah, I thought it was 2-1-2, and oh, okay. Here we go, Yawar. Aggressive TB by Forev. He has his Midas now, right?
You know, that makes
Yeah,
sense,
something
Lacoste.
to
It's like the Tinker Rockets, right?
Yeah, you know.
It's like, wait, what? He just finished me off with these rockets. He has no points in his march? What's going on?
So first successful duel. Uh-oh, he tried to bait it out with Quills, and like we said, these stuns are way harder to hit than Sand King Lina and even Slardar Lina. Well, like I said, you guys. So, I mean, it's Freedom's up 3-2 kills. They're up 1,000 or less right now. Do you still think they're doing enough? It feels like Bristol, I mean, Medusa's obviously really good late game, but Bristol is super good in the mid.
Yeah, but look at Forev on bottom lane. Level 9, 10 minutes in.
He's owning.
Midas ready.
Minus to blink. Notice no mech.
Yep.
Weird, huh?
Who is good at, I mean, I feel like a mech is really good on DC because they want to fight that like middle game time, but no one's really going to be getting it.
Unless we have Darkseers in the game, I just don't see many mechs anymore.
Mech is so costly.
It is.
And, I mean,
Lot of mana, a lot of
the
money.
cooldown on it is so big. That's why it was nerfed long ago and still stayed the same for a while.
Maybe if they felt that they had like an early game timing, we would
Yeah,
see
they
it. but-
can. Yeah, if they have a timing, they feel like they can just run them over.
Oh, and here
They
we go.
can go for
But
it.
between Legion, Medusa, and Lina, like, there's so much like
I
wave
foresee
there.
the Radiant's top.
Quiet Jack, we got a gank moving in. They're going to set up a frostbite. Snake King trying to purge it off, but they're making too many moves, and he's going to go down. Flea's trying to hide within the trees, but they have spotted him. They have the sentry down, but he's able to walk out of the race, then back in, then back out. All right, they step back out, and now that CCNC and Stan King and more are showing up, this is a decent pull away, but a successful gank on the Snake King.
Is that tower deniable? The Radiant top?
No.
Sorry, Jack, I didn't mean to tell you to shut up.
Yeah, you talk a lot.
That's Grant's
Sometimes you just gotta get out of here.
Bottom tower is
And well, at least with that
fast.
4-man gank from the Dire, Bulba finally gets a lane to himself middle, so gotta get some levels. He's still only 4.5, that'll be
Radiant's
fine.
bottom tower is under attack.
Getting some farm.
Radiant's
What
bottom
are the
has grown
ancient
thick.
stacks looking like on both sides?
We got
One.
one stack right here, a nothing
0.
over there, a little bit of
One.
something right there, and a
And
little bit
one.
of something right there.
Okay, so nothing too big.
One,
I'm
one,
surprised they
one.
don't have more for Bristle. But they're moving around the map so much. Uh-oh. He seems to be a little careful.
When Bristol gets a pipe, they have no damage, no right-click damage at all for Team Freedom.
Puck, we haven't seen too much movement out. That was a nice gank top. I feel, like we said, after they hit that kill, they need to make something happen. They couldn't even take the top tower, though. Stan King just...
Oh, they're making move for it.
Here we go.
Oh, he's able to turn and get the Midnight Pulse, but the follow-up stun is there, and then the do-do-do-do. And that will earn Snake King an extra 10 damage, putting him up to 20, and he's able to fight right back after that pick off the top
Dire's
lane.
bottom tower hopes.
Build that
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
once.
Their
They can
defense
actually
has
fight.
weakened.
Because they really don't have much damage. They should just try to fight. It will eventually come to that point
Dire's bottom
where
tower is
has
under attack.
BKB, Black Hole, and Blink. And Bristol is gonna be so huge.
And
Gonna
it's
be
pretty much
hard.
all on Medusa
Yeah,
to hit ulti, yeah. And if she doesn't, you're gonna get wiped at that point. If she doesn't have ulti up when he has BKB hold, it's gonna be a real problem.
Until that point happens, Freedom do have a lot of potential to find tempo, like just around their cooldowns, basically combo.
Next Legion combo.
Or
yeah.
Nick's there
It's
as
getting
well.
close to that Blink Dagger on Legion.
CCNC.
There's
down
the
a level
2-3-4 that you mentioned last time, Grant, like the positions kind of setting the base. It feels a little bit almost like those IG teams of a few months ago.
Yeah, when they used to run Vengela too, especially.
What are we talking about? 2, 3, 4?
Yeah.
Yep. What is it?
Just those positions on the
Dire's top
setting
tower
the
is
base,
under attack.
using their tempo to
It
find
fights
kills
for
and
its
setting up
life.
cooldowns. Where you have like a defensive support boss carry who's going to get the majority of the farm, and then you just go around taking one kill at a time on cooldowns.
Yeah,
So you
with-
have an edge to get the team fights.
Yeah, playing mostly like Nyx Legion this game. If those two are together, you just smoke them with Nyx in front. It's a lot of easy kills, especially maybe on that Enigma. If he lays down the aggressive
Dire's top
Midnight
tower
Pulse,
is under
Carapace,
attack.
oh, they're going. Oh my
Oh, man, they have found the mother load.
I'm not even going to wait for the duel damage on that one. It's too
That's-
juicy to pass
goodness.
up.
Yeah.
Can't miss the Nick stun when he's been
Uh-oh,
rooted.
Bulba
Hey,
is
we'll
getting
do this
spotted
one.
there. See ya. Wow. They're gonna be able to. What level is
Radiant's
this split
middle
shot?
tower
You
is
are?
under attack.
No.
0.
0?
This might be tough to take, guys. Let's get out of here. We have nothing actually. We have Snake.
Did Bulba come over to investigate the wreckage or something? I'm not really sure, but wow, that is unfortunate for them.
Yeah, that was. Because I mean, your Bristle died, which is bad, but you're like, oh well. At least there's a little less late game. Snake King's not getting that plus damage, and then
Bulba,
Bulba.
Uranus Investigator.
And he, oh my goodness, Legion at 2.6k. He got so much from that kill. He's like, oh, blink plus a little extra. And that's a decent blink timing, 15 minutes. He has the phase boots as
Yeah,
well.
but they have a blink dagger on Enigma. They want to take a fight right now.
Yeah, Bulba's trying to creep in from the side.
You are skilled ult, right? I thought I saw them. Some don't. Or Envy didn't skill till 13, I remember. So
Yeah, 1
I guess
point
versus
is
Enigma,
valuable.
you
You don't need to cast more than 1 point until you max out split shot.
Oh, and it's going to be a tough push. Last game we saw the defensive ults by not Stan King, Dubu were so good. And right here, Yawar has way too much armor to go on.
There is a 1 sentry ward on the left side, but they don't have anything on the right one. Lee is providing so much info.
Hasn't walked in yet. Oh, he makes his move in now. While Abed's running up, snaking on the side, trying to make their move in. Yawar's going to be forced to pop out the Snow Gaze to defend him. Coil getting a drop. Nicely done from Abed to prevent Snaking from trying to run in and duel anybody. He's forced to go around in circles. The freezing field is there, and then the Black Hole follow-up is also going to be on the mark, but the CCNC strikes him down with the Laguna to quickly finish off for Red. Bulba somehow living, hiding within the trees and makes it away. Yawar could be under pressure next, as Stanking is super low. Abed jumps and just barely missed the rift. Snaking steps back, gets off another weave, and will somehow survive.
Could have been a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
Freedom,
Yeah.
Legion Commander just sitting there.
Couldn't do anything.
You had Nyx Assassin who was successfully scouting. He just went there into 3 heroes.
Yeah, that was definitely odd on Snake.
Also a little bit of premature Medusa
This'll
ulti,
come in
so
handy.
Enigma just went away from it. They had no vision of Enigma, so he could do a successful Black Hole.
You like Nyx's skill build?
Yeah. It's good against Bristles, by Carapace, and good against
Top lane, we're
Enigma
gonna have a
Puck.
duel possibly. Uh-oh, Lee is gonna have to stun if they want this, but oh, Sentry Ward goes down right then, and Corrosive Haze comes out, so vision for the rest of that ult. I guess Snake King just blinked in, and it felt like the stun was a little late, but I
Dyer's
get it.
middle tower is
Blink
under
forward
attack.
on Yawar, they know he doesn't have ult up. Coil's gonna fly, he's gonna be running low on mana here, he's in a little bit of trouble. He's gonna get ulted up, Graved as well, but he's probably just delaying the inevitable here. He's trying to run the other way. Rev picks up the Eidolon.
Under attack. There is little
He's gonna
retreat.
try to chase down Stanley as well, gets stunned by the Enigma, and he should just get right in the way of Stanley.
Radiant's
Skill bump.
bottom tower has fallen.
That a little bit, but
Face of battle. Quicken.
not enough. And this feels like when Team Freedom should be doing stuff right when Black Hole's down, but they're keeping the pressure up with Abed's a little bit lower cooldown.
They know where Bulba is.
Just waiting for him. Hiding in the trees.
Dyer's top tower
Like his
is
old
under
teammate
attack.
Jimmy used to do.
I like this DC
Radiant's
is
bottom
moving
tower is
kind of
under
as,
attack.
there's 2 ways to respond to this kind of
Radiant
2, 3, 4
structures are
trying to set the
fortified.
pace. It's either you set a trap for them
Radiant's
and maybe
bottom
bait out
tower
with
is
the work and
fading
counter gank,
fast.
or you go and
Dire
kill
have fortified
their
their
carry
grove.
and defensive support. It's the only way to just now.
Dyer's top
Lane,
tower is
he might be in a little bit of trouble. Snake King to press the attack, but look who's here. Abed duel in the bit. This might just be to save CCNC. Laguna comes down. No, they
Nice
just
play
pick
by
it up.
CCNC.
Nice around. Oh, Coil again. Does he have pressed the attack up? I don't believe he does. Careful. Stun. Abed's in a lot of trouble. Nice dodge, though.
He went for mana burn first.
No, not right. So Flea's going to miss that opportunity. DC will continue to run a train right through Freedom now, and even possibly get the grab on the Flea. Stanking nearby, can't really get close enough. If he can get down, now, no, not going to be happening. Oh, so unfortunate.
You don't want to TP as Medusa to your level tier 2 tower yet, and then your TP is on cooldown and you can't help your teammates. I mean, you can just
I
walk
foresee
there.
the Radiant's top tower falling shortly.
And they're just doing a great job of abusing Bristleback having 0 cooldowns. Enigma has that high one, but Bristleback
Radiant's
doesn't.
middle
And he can
tower
just run at you
is
over and
losing
over
its
again.
foundation.
Just forever. Double smoke spot up now by the Radiant. They want something to happen here.
Nice play there by CCNC though. He was running away as far as possible from Puck's banning rift and just used the Laguna Blade to secure the dual damage.
Dyer's middle tower is
I
under
mean, he has
attack.
40 duel damage. Obviously not the greatest, but that's pretty good in this game. I feel they're losing by a little bit. There we go, might see a duel coming up. It's gonna be Bulba. And oh, he tried to run. That was an instant kill, and that is now 50 damage up on him.
It's a
Lena
level.
has Bloodstone.
54, sir.
Oh, he has
Was
level
level
2.
2.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And yeah, that Bloodstone you were just talking about there on CC&C also complete. So there is a little bit of a pushback here from Fredom.
It's a little late though, right? Because usually he has the Yules plus the Bloodstone almost at the like 22-minute mark, but he just doesn't have a Yules this time.
Yeah, for him, because
That's for me.
there's not that much action.
Yeah.
And he was pressured on a mid lane from that puck with Maiden Aura.
Yeah.
And the duel feels a little risky because it feels like they shouldn't be able to escape alive from that. In a sense, like you have the Shrine there and the Tier 1 still.
They might have just been able to like, because they knew they were going to blow us, so I think they could just keep you out if they really wanted, I guess.
And also, like these outer towers are all still standing for Digital Chaos. This is pretty important because it reduces the range at which you can send those 3 to combo and look for pickoffs. The help comes a lot sooner, like near the tower itself, obviously like easier to defend with vision and TPs. So that feels like it really restricts things, and that's what's been causing some of the overextend from Team Freedom.
Yeah.
So they've lost a couple of towers. That makes it harder for them to get reinforcements when these smaller fights turn into bigger ones.
Oh, Legion is running on bottom. They have info where Enigma is. But, I'm not sure it's gonna be enough. Radiant using a scan to see if anyone is behind them. Yeah. For
So he's going to farm that up though.
Dire's
when you
top tower is under
they should
attack.
not use the
It
scan
fights
there
for its
because
life.
you know something is up as an enemy. Either they're smoked or they're threatened that you're smoked. You know you're not smoked, so they want to do an action.
They don't have any vision on this gang. They don't even have to smoke. There's no vision. Red's going to break down all the trees. Snake King's going to try to run away. Oh, nice. He gets the Carapace up on the coil. That might end up saving Snake King and Flea with that heads up play.
Flea walking through the orb with the Carapace.
That was nice.
That was cool.
Save Snake King. Snake King got a lot of farm. He got like 3 sets of Eidolons plus like 4 waves.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There's a heavy
It
gang
fights
to
Dire's
avoid.
structures
War
are
gets a
fortified.
little bit of time to
The
poke at the
trees
mid-tier 1,
whisper
but
of a
DC have been
savage.
really good at rotating all the way back and just
Dire's
being there for a lot of these
top tower
towers.
is feeling its
Hotbed with an
mortality.
Arcane Rune. They might want to, I mean, they have Enigma hole up. Arcane Rune Puck's actually insane with how much damage she can output,
He's actually skipping the Yule Scepter build
which is,
on Lena.
we haven't seen that in a while. Uh-oh, Dubu, Fereb, both getting scout out. They pinged out Snake King.
That hard stun to land.
Dire's top tower
Kills
is
there.
under
Can't quite
attack.
get the reach on
It
Timber's
fights
face.
for its
Would have
life.
been ready for a follow-up play, but the opportunity's now gone.
I like Fereb. I'm trying to look back because they had almost 3 heroes there. Like, juked back when he saw those 2 heroes a little bit clumped up, but Lee's been pretty on point. He might have just Carapaced the whole off.
Well, if he goes for Shadowblade right now, it might be good. He can continue to push, and he has a good kill potential still on Maiden, on Slaughter, and on Puck before he gets he can still swap the Yules after Shadowblade. He almost has it though.
Here we go. They're going to try to finally get that first tower. Doesn't look like
To fear.
Dire's too worried about losing this tower. Zar's going to let it go. And
Dire's middle
Yawar,
tower
okay,
has
well, he
fallen.
has the
No
Midas
tree shall ever
Dragon
fall.
Lance. Going Scotty next. I guess he just wants a ton of survivability, be able to get off that, his ultimate, and really just tank up.
Dire's middle
Frontliner.
tower is under attack. No gale can snuff the flames.
BKB very, very close on Enigma now. That could be very well be the next fight. Could be Roche too if they really want maybe. 'Cause Bristle can almost solo Roche with a Solar Crest. And then you just have the Black Hole standing in the back.
Stand King has been just chilling here. Hello?
Hello? Wait, what?
Test?
Pause the game. Is he here?
That was like, he didn't even run back down his hill. He was like running left over to the shrine. That was super weird. Like if they had a lane ward, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's odd.
Lena was in Shadowblade.
Yeah.
Maybe they were trying to bait it, but
Parade. And BKB is up on Enigma. He's going to pick it up. Lee, almost level 12. I mean, obviously, the ulti is nice. It gives Nyx like solo kill potential, I guess, like you said, on 2 heroes with it. Maybe the Crystal Maid, maybe Bulba, but it's just nice. At least your Nyx is finding levels.
yeah, with the Midas,
Yeah.
he's gonna get a lot of levels. And we go back to that level 15 talent, 3 on Nyx Assassin, plus 15 pale damage. The shittiest one in the game ever
Oh.
made.
Oh, and here we go, smoking. Oh no. And look at Stan King. Oh, he was about to just go back to the lane. He's like, hey guys, well, what's up? But it might be Yawar. Maybe they wanted Stan King He needs to be so quick on his ultimate if he pushes.
Okay, the snakes will be revealed.
They
Will
have
that?
to know.
Yeah, will that force DC
Dire's
into the
top
trees, or are they going to
tower
go
is
elsewhere? I mean,
feeling
there's
its
push also coming from
mortality.
deep in
Radiant
top
structures are
lane.
fortified.
Looks like
They
that but's going to
require
head in that
time.
direction.
Middle tower is
While the
losing
others go inside the pit
Dire's
and get
bottom
that
tower
party
is
started.
under attack.
That's what I said. I mean, all you really need is the Bristle and the Solar Crest. And, I mean, Fredom can stand inside, outside. He'll just BKB, cast ult if needed.
Dire's bottom tower
And
has
cross
fallen.
cage. Really, really good. Oh, you might know Roche loves if they do that. Okay, they knew they were doing it.
Dire's bottom tower hopes for aid.
Not going to be able to do anything about it, but add some side pressure instead. CCC is going to work here on the bottom tier 2, but Fredom has moved in, and there's the black hole. It's going to get pulled
They
out.
don't have vision.
All solo. Do they have the vision for CCC, or has he just simply shadow bladed away from the trouble? See you later, nerds.
Wow, that was bad.
What a nerds, huh?
Yeah, wow, that feels so bad as an Enigma. Like you got off your full, you almost solo killed him while he was shadow bladed.
You had a Crystal Maiden TPing on the tier 3 tower. If Bulba TP there, just to provide a bit of TP, there is Dust of Appearance +1 more sentry.
Or if they go to the shrine and go for the cutoff.
Yeah.
What's ironic is they've done a good job of having vision for the Nyx assassin, but the lean against the shadow
Dire's top tower
gets
is
out of
under
the
attack.
He wasted 1 second of a
Dire's
BKB.
structures are
Which is
fortified.
actually like, and sometimes it's like, yeah, whatever. Late game it's gonna be 5, but when you have a Nyx on the other team, that BKB is really important. No hold, they know this time they have a dust up. They're gonna go in, press the attack.
Yawar.
Ulti from Yawar, they're gonna try to go in. Will Bulba, he's running away. The duel comes
There
up.
it is.
He is getting melted. Jack, you were right. They won the duel. He did have Aegis this time, though.
They should just run away as fast as they can.
Oh, but they want to save everyone. No man left behind. Bulba's here. Oh, Flea actually stops it from bleeding, though. Whiffs it. Takes a ton of damage. Do they have enough? Sun's going to fly out. This Bristol's going so hard right now. Now they're all coiled up, but Abed a little bit nervous. Oh, big
nice
ult.
ult from the trees.
Behind. And Yawar's in a little bit of trouble. Everyone's taking a ton of damage on both teams, but Snaking brings down Perez. Snaking goes down to Dubu. And now Perez
gonna
killing
wipe them.
Yawar, Stan King, and do they have vision on CCC? Doesn't have Shadow Blade for 10. He might just have to suicide.
Thunder yourself. Farther.
Yeah, I think
Nice
suicide.
5-man takedown from Digital Chaos. Certainly the Aegis being a big factor there. They feel like they had to commit so much to get that Mason kill down.
They should just
Start out the fight.
sacrifice one, even
Sacrifice
2 heroes,
Snaking, I think.
and just run away. They could turn around the fight if Nyx Assassin hits the Impale on Slardar, and they
Yeah.
just insta-kill him there.
But he did
It's
not.
hard to hit a stun on a Slardar because case,
where they
pretty
fought
much.
too. Like Dubu, usually the slowest deer in the pack when his team is running, finds a nook in the trees where they don't have vision and gets off a great freeze.
Radiant's middle
And
tower
then
is
one of the
under
things about
attack.
this lineup with the Slardar is, and especially even with the Bristleback and the slows, this is a lineup that you do not run away from. Like if you've been routed in a fight, they will clean up the stragglers with the Slardar as long as the Slardar is alive.
Even Enigma.
They will catch, yeah. So if you're gonna take that kind of big step in this fight,
Uh-oh. Hello.
I love how you said that's good positioning from CM and the ultimate, then Enigma casts Midnight Pulse that destroys all the trees.
Yep. Oh, and dude, Snaking, this is the most farm I've seen. Even like when MSS was playing it, I don't think he had this much farm by 40 minutes. He has a Blink, Blade Mill, Shadow Blade flying out now. Or did he? No, he has Shadow Blade, yeah. He's very farm. Look at the, even after that 5-man team wipe, somehow Team Freedom is still up in farm.
I hope he doesn't go for the Silver Edge on maybe later stages, but he needs a BKB.
Great.
I mean, you turn around Bristol anyway, you don't need to break him.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Or maybe later when you want to
Yeah.
just reduce his damage done or something. You don't need it though. And they have Black King Bar plus Blink plus Hold Up. They need to be careful with the top tower. CC needs pushing. He also has
Radiant's
a whole
bottom
team.
tower is now but kindling.
Gem on Puck though, so it's gonna be hard. They have 1, 2, 3 in this heroes
And
inside
no
of Team
Yules.
Freedom.
I'm looking forward to the game turning Bloodstone.
Oh
so-
my goodness, he hit it. Will his son
gotta
come
be
up in
so
time?
big.
He is. The duel. Oh,
Yeah, baby.
huge play, but here we go. Here comes Fred. He has the
hole.
black hole. And
Oh!
they're dead.
My goodness! Rev.
Such a good kill on the puck, and then they're all just sitting there. Black holes up.
couldn't resist that tasty fish wriggling on the end of the hook. And
Looks so
Foster have
tasty.
to reel him in.
Take the gem out of puck.
Another thing about not having Yules, right, is he had to use Laguna to blow up the Lincolns so they could get the duel. That kind of hurt. That actually kills the solo kill potential on the puck, like you said now, because he doesn't have Yules, unless he gets force or something.
They don't have any solo kill potential anymore, especially when the gem is up. Where is the gem?
Ooh, I love the S and Y on the bristleback. Gives him a lot more killing potential when running at people instead of like a later harder assault.
Hard running in from Mason onto Uwari. It's so quick. Right back.
Needs a spike. Kite around.
Does Dan King have a solar crest, or am I see that now? I thought I saw it. He almost does, which is huge. And there is a full Scotty up now. I mean, Yawar has been farming. He needs to get some damage now, though. It's only Manta, okay. It's not the biggest damage. I'm not the biggest fan, but a lot of stuff he can get out of.
Still got 70 seconds to work without this black hole, so the urgency for Fredom might begin to show here a bit to try to at least pressure, eliminate some tier 2s, and just get some more money happening their way. But Fredom hiding under that invis, drops on the midnight pulse, quickly digs the other way, snaking in pursuit up to the high ground here. Look at this. With the walk in for the duel, straight up. Oh, but the Lincolns! And it pops out the duel. He's not going to be able to get it. They turn it around, they drop the coil, they're able to get off the grave, but it's only going to be delaying the inevitable demise of snaking there. A follow-up stun also going to be there onto Yawar. Mason runs on forward, and this is Team Fredom's game, crumbling away from him, it would appear. Two mighty cores going down. The donkey gets hit, flying back up to heaven, and not even Stan King is going to be saved.
Top tower is under attack.
Team Freedom that saved from Lincoln Sphere. And now they have a black hole ready.
It's all because Snake King blinked up to the high ground so he couldn't blink in before the Lincolns, and he just had to run at him. Got his like crumble in a half from Freedom.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, chance to maybe catch CC&C, who is trying to split push, will also be tagged. He's going to try to at least turn around and get Bulba, but nope, not even going to be granted that.
Still much to be done.
Tower goes out there, just going to push the base, huh? They can. Will Lina have to Lina buy back here? Uh-oh, doesn't have Carapace up now. Could be in trouble. Get up to top of the shrine for sure. He's dead.
Oh my god.
Mason does so much.
Yeah.
Dodging him.
My goodness, we could be heading into a situation where DC are simply one game away from suddenly qualifying for TI. Fredom were looking like the hot team here, but 2 games now. Things kind of crumbling apart a bit. And here we go. Hard move in with a freezing field. Snake King is going to be forced to be bailed out with the grave. Nice stun fall from Bulba, eating a lot of damage. But there's the black hole move in for Rev, looking to end this game flat out, if possible. Stan King barely alive, trying to walk back it away. Yawar tries to fend them off a bit with the stone gaze. He tags the shrine. The tier 3 does crumble.
And now we see why this hero got first banned. Last game, this Enigma is just pretty much almost the sole reason they're owning this game.
I don't feel any influence of Jawar in both of these games, especially in this one on Medusa.
Yeah, the one time they got like that nice combo, this was just on an Aegis.
It's kind of the limitations of the situation.
They're gonna try to get in front to Laguna. This should be a kill.
It's taking a lot. He's got his back now. It seems like it's going to be so much, and he moves so freaking fast. He actually turns. Okay.
Lee gets him with the level 4 Carapace.
1.2k gold.
Got him with the mana burn.
Did he?
No, he's got him with the
well, an Agadam's on Nyx will definitely slow down base pushes, but you're still gonna get a black hold.
Yeah, this is a difficult team to push into as long as the heroes are alive. I think they've overextended a little bit. Like some of these catches, obviously the one top and then to the black hole. And DC has done a good job of answering that. Kind of seeing credit DC a lot for that. I also like Mason's item build this game. I think it's been a really smart choice not to build super tank, as you see from some bristlebacks, but he's got move speed and more attack damage. So he's more of a threat to dish out the physical damage because no one else on the team really is able to do that, especially with the amp, the corrosive haze, and the minus armor. So
yeah,
gotta credit him.
Oh my, he has an Octarine if he wants to buy it on the Enigma. This guy is jacked.
Yeah, he's swole.
My man is just working out the gym 24/7. Occasionally comes to leg day
Sometimes.
when his black hole's up.
Yeah, I mean, but if you really look at his legs, this guy
I
doesn't
think
really have
that's
any.
gotta be arm day. What you think?
He goes
You're
double
right.
arm day.
Jack, don't make me look dumb. I do that enough myself.
He skips legs, man. He doesn't have legs.
Oh wow, Puck gets a Shivas. There's getting more and more team plays. I mean, Lena almost had Shivas. Maybe she does now, but she might be saving buyback. No, she has
This
no
will do
buyback.
nicely.
Here comes a move from DC. Smoke up. And knowing that take a decent fight, Roche is also going to be
But that didn't
there
even
waiting
scout
for
it
him.
out. I think they're like, wait, that didn't scout out. Roche could still be able. We should go check, but they don't even care about it, I guess. Oh, they're gonna go kill the shrines. They took that tier 3 middle. Smart play before pushing.
Dire's top tower is under attack. It fights for its life.
Now they're gonna go into Roche. What does Radiant do here? You can't really
The
fight it, right?
Dire's hive
But
has
you
grown
almost have
thick.
to.
Oh,
That's how it feels like.
leave a
And
spot.
if you manage to pick people off at the edges of the fight. Oh,
Dire's top tower is feeling its small
I think it looks like a turn.
Oh, they don't have the gem. Puck's not there. Oh, but they did they give it to someone else?
Sentry up here on the high ground, spots CC running across. Unfortunately for him, not the right place at the right time.
Such a nice center, because like I'm sure he's like, oh, he saw Puck go top for
Yeah.
He's like, oh, the gem's up there. They're not gonna see me, and just having that sentry. So that was a really nice play by DC.
Now they give Mason the Aegis, and he could just be the siege unit, the battering ram, if you will, to push into high ground.
It is looking real bad for Team Freedom here. And now, yeah, when Yasha, he's gonna have to go for MKB. He needs damage. That's the problem with Medusa. Like, you build her tanky, okay, you're sitting there tanking a ton of damage, but you don't do anything.
You still have to worry about Forev, Black Hole, BKB. Now with the knock
Medusa
forward.
has a Scottish, 2.3k HP. With Midnight Falls, she just melts how much HP she has. Burns so much of her mana.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He said
Its
that's why
shell
Enigma was more than
encroach
likely
no
first
more.
banned in that first game, and they gave it away this time.
And Bristle also went to the attack.
I forsake Radiant's top tower. Radiant's top tower has shattered.
Build.
It really does.
Armor reduction they get the snot and the goo and the corrosive haze and the assault is
I think he 2 or 3 shot Stan King.
I like that. It wasn't he hits like a truck. He hits like a truck builder. That's a real hitter.
I mean, it felt like he like 4-shotted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't take him long to get those swings out either.
It's crazy. Legion has more damage than like any other Legion we've seen before, but I mean, who cares, I guess. I mean, DC doesn't care. It's not that much
Because
damage.
for them to take a successful fight, he has to duel someone else. Like it feels like he has to duel like the Enigma with the Puck.
Oh, but a possible go around. They actually saw CTNC going up that way. Black Hole solo. I mean, they can do that. They know he's pro. I don't believe he has buyback. Get suicide, but no buyback. Probably going to be another Rax if they just push top. But Please trying to push it out. He can't. Oh, those go through middle. I mean, they have a breast, so they can do whatever the hell they want.
Bristol with an extra life. This could lead to the beginning of the end here for game number 2 in Freedom, unless they have some sort of seriously sharp answer. And I don't know if Yawar is that answer. They may not have a black hole though, but they just really have no means of stopping Mason.
Yeah. Oh, they're not even gonna. They're gonna stay. They have the Aegis.
Yavar should just buy that MKB right away. That there's no point in saving any buyback, you're not gonna do it.
Jump in, coil on the 2. Mason already very low.
That Glimmer Cave finally gets the gold off. That Shrine is probably gonna help. Can they at least bring the Aegis and then get out of there, reset?
They're trying.
They're gonna get the melee racks, but I think you just let that go at this
I
point.
think it's too late for MKB. I think it's rapier time.
Have been split open.
I mean, what do you have to lose? If you die, the game's over anyway.
Yeah, you can't win if you just lost. Right.
It's true.
You can't fight if you're dead. You can't worry about the
Uh-oh, and here he is. He gets the black hole off. This time it's going to be onto the Medusa. Nice stun coming out on the backside from Flea. They're going to try to. Duel comes out. They're going to be able to bring down Dubu. Crave is on him, but he drops so quickly. And look at Mason hasn't taken any damage. One-shotting everyone. He's just running around like a crazy man. Rev's in a little bit of trouble here, though. A lot of buybacks coming from the Radiant side. 30 health regen, level
Look at
25.
Mason's moves. He looks like a berserk Viking. Look at him. Look at him go.
So fast.
I mean, can they do this? Bulba's coming in. Even a mana stun, I don't think he did.
They should be careful. Still.
They really want that kill, but I think it's smart they didn't go.
It cost him so much to be able to stop that.
And like we said with Yuar,
This will do.
Yuar bought back, right? He did die.
Yeah.
I was going to say, now he just falls like 2,000 gold behind, and he can't even farm right now. It's more because of that reduction in gold.
I think it's YOLO over time.
I don't think they're
He
that
had it
big
queued
of a
briefly.
hurry.
He had it queued briefly and changed it right back to MKB.
I mean, they realize they have a Nyx Ags. They've lost one set of racks, but where does Bristle go from here? Like, Bristle is at max capacity. They're fine. Like, okay, we almost kind of want to fight. We had to use buybacks, but if we get one good defense, we could turn this around. I think they're still this game. They just can't do anything.
Well, the problem is you saw he solo black hole Lena. Then when they came to push the base, the black hole was ready once again. It's a 100-second cooldown.
back again.
With, Octarine, and he's gonna farm that refresher really soon.
Yeah, perhaps just own the lane phase, own middle with his good holes. Never really got ganked, farmed a lot. Puck now has that.
Your shoutouts to do you give shoutouts to S4 maybe OG for this
build.
for this build
Yeah.
for this Enigma? His responsibility from DAC.
Actually, Enigma is from Uranus.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. Like a
Is
big
that what he
black
spawns
hole.
there? Giant Uranus black hole.
Could be taking the portal. Uh-oh, top lane, somebody's doing something. It's actually, like, I thought he was dueling somebody, but then he's just dying. There's 4 dire heroes. And that was that thing I said, if you're Team Freedom, you have good uphill defense, but you just can't do anything. And Snaking tried to do something.
And unfortunately, that means that Snaking is not going to be here for what could be the final defense of Team Freedom.
And he bought back, so he's...
They've done a lot of something this game, but it has frequently ended.
Let's see what they can do. Stun, face first, Laguna, black hole, does not manage to catch Francis, so he's gonna get hit. The stone gates will cancel it out. BKB's pop, but they're still doing decent damage. CCNC barely holding onto his life with the help of the Grave from Stan King, but then he gets dropped. Stan King will be next, and this seems to be all on Yawar. Yawar and Flea, the only survivors here, but it looks like not for long. They are surrounded by 4, and Bulba is alone zoning back Flea, and that's gonna be the game. Game number 2 also will belong to Digital Chaos, and they are now 1 win away from being invited to TI.
I think Snaking was alive that fight. That was a perfect ulti from Yawar. If they had a little bit extra damage, maybe, they could have done something, but also